Everyone deserves the right to go to work and do their job free of sexual harassment. All incidents of sexual harassment, no matter how large or small or who is involved, require employers or managers to respond quickly and appropriately. Problems often arise when the behaviour that one person finds acceptable may be totally offensive to another. We all need to be able to read the signals that people send when they're not comfortable in a particular situation. Sexual harassment is any unwelcome sexual advance, unwelcome request for sexual favours, or other unwelcome sexual conduct where a reasonable person could imagine that the person being harassed would be offended, humiliated, or intimidated. It can be physical or verbal, obvious or indirect, repeated or one-off, and perpetrated by males and females against people of the same or opposite sex. It can involve employees, managers, contractors, agents, clients, even customers, and those connected with or attending a workplace. It can happen at work, on business trips, at work-related events, or between colleagues outside the work environment, including communication via social networks. Sexual harassment can include staring or leering, suggestive comments or jokes, unwelcome touching, hugging, cornering or kissing, insults or taunts of a sexual nature, intrusive questions about one's private life or body, displaying posters, magazines, calendars or screensavers of a sexual nature, sending sexually explicit emails or text messages, unnecessary familiarity like brushing up against another person, or unwelcome touching, invasion of space, and so on, inappropriate comments or advances on social networking sites, accessing sexually explicit internet sites, requests for sex or repeated unwanted requests to go out on dates. You should be aware that sexual harassment does not have to be directed at a particular person, but if that person is exposed to it by overhearing a conversation or witness it by being confronted by a sexually explicit poster in the workplace, then it could be deemed that sexual harassment has taken place. Sexual harassment is not the normal sexual exchanges or banter that takes place between willing individuals out of friendship or mutual attraction. Sexual harassment is against the law, and it is your right to insist that it is stopped. Situations may be resolved quickly and informally by letting the harasser know that what they're doing is unwelcome and asking them to stop. Unfortunately, not everyone has the confidence to ask a perpetrator to stop, particularly if he or she is in a position of power or authority over the victim. People are upset and distressed at what is happening, and it's difficult to be assertive when you're stressed, embarrassed, or humiliated. If you feel you've been sexually harassed, you should talk to someone confidentially about the problem so they can help you assess your options. You may want to approach the situation informally, or you may wish to make a formal complaint. You could approach the harasser and assertively tell the person how you feel and that you want the behaviour to stop. You could report it to a supervisor or manager who you trust, or the HR department, who will be able to inform you about internal and external formal complaint procedures. If you feel you cannot report it within our workplace, you can make a complaint in writing, online, or by email to the Australian Human Rights Commission. Remember, a single incident is enough to constitute sexual harassment. Offensive or unwelcome behaviour does not have to be repeated for a person to make a complaint.